Cryptocurrencies have been the best performing asset over the past decade. But just like in those days, even after experts said the bubble burst, the winners had already been chosen. This has been going on. Winners of the internet were yet to come, and some hadn't even been invented. Today, we will see how I would invest $1,000 in cryptocurrencies in 2024 if I were to start today.
Yeah, I mean, my message right now and why I've been doing so much media is just to explain to people, look, Bitcoin's bull market has begun.
Because I believe that some of the winners, actually most of the winners, haven't been chosen yet, definitely not in terms of general awareness. So here's the breakdown of my portfolio.
And when you look at these market cycles, historically they've been kind of 4-year market cycles in between. Appreciate
this kind of content and let me know if you want to see more. Some coin selections might surprise you. Watch the complete video. Let's start with numbers 1 and 2. It might be somewhat obvious, but Bitcoin and Ethereum. In my opinion, we've been in a bear market for over 2 years, and technically the new bull market started at the beginning of last year. But due to this change in trend, I am allocating more risk to my portfolio with the ultimate goal of accumulating more Bitcoin or eventually converting other altcoin profits into Bitcoin, which I know is risky.
Those are going to be the ones that the new financial system's built on top of, so decentralized finance.
Bitcoin and Ethereum. I assume there's a good reason why Bitcoin is at number 1. It's the halving event that will happen in 90 days. This will happen with Bitcoin, and in total there will be only 21 million Bitcoins, not one more, not one less. Throughout its existence, the last Bitcoin to be mined will not be available for over 100 years. Every 4 years, there will be a supply shock leading to an increase in price. BlackRock has officially backed the asset, and they are literally accumulating as much as they can at the moment to sell to their clients through the ETF. Just like when the first gold ETF was publicly available back in 2004, as you can see, Ethereum occupies another 20% of my 2024 portfolio. Understand that it doesn't necessarily mean I will hold Ethereum for 5 or 10 years in my portfolio, as there could be many Ethereum killers or competitors that could change things, but with Bitcoin, long-term holding is different in my opinion. There is literally no reason not to be optimistic about Ethereum this year if you're paying attention.
If people start shifting to 1% of their portfolio, institutions, 1%, not 10, just 1, there isn't a lot of supply.
BlackRock officially backs Ethereum, and BlackRock is not the only one. Several major companies have already filed Ethereum ETF applications, but it's different when it comes to BlackRock. They don't send anything unless they are sure to have approval. Wouldn't you have liked to invest in Bitcoin months before they approved the ETF? We have that opportunity today with Ethereum, so that's the demand restriction for Ethereum, which also has a supply restriction that is new due to the new tokenomics that wasn't here in the last cycle, called EIP 1559, which was technically implemented towards the end of 2021 when the bear market had just started. Every time a transaction occurs on the Ethereum network, a small amount of Ethereum is burned. If this continues to happen and there is enough activity on the Ethereum network, it becomes deflationary once again with a change in tokenomics, almost reaching a 4 out of 5 rating in my evaluation of different altcoins. But let's shift our focus to Bitcoin and explore the top altcoins to include in a portfolio. As for the next 20%, I consider investing in Layer 1, L1, and possibly Layer 2, L2 solutions. Smart money understands the importance of diversifying across these layers. While some may perform well, others may fail, and there's always the possibility of finding that one lottery ticket that skyrockets. However, this isn't about a specific coin, but rather a basket of a few.
I have Bitcoin or Ethereum. And so there's a shot that you really get a pair of...
From the SEC that a wave of Bitcoin ETFs have been
selling to their client base.
Invesco's Salesforce, BlackRock Salesforce, Cathie Wood's Salesforce, Fidelity Salesforce.
With cryptocurrencies, you can invest in these chains, which means that regardless of which aspect of DeFi or gaming coins perform well, the value will accumulate within these chains. Personally, I see Solana as a prominent player, a blue chip that has gained significant values. Polkadot, in particular, adheres to regulations better than the others. More details on this topic can be found in the video I recommend watching. The approval of BlackRock's Bitcoin ETF will drive these 3 altcoins. I encourage you to check out the video. For me, if I'm looking for high potential in DeFi, I like Chainlink and Uniswap. These 2 coins are widely used, and there's significant activity on these networks. I believe they will perform well in the next 1 or 2 years. I'm also interested in the Graph because it's more of an infrastructure play, like a decentralized version of Google's BigQuery system. As for mid-cap options, I would consider AP Coin and Illuvium. If you look at the gameplay of Illuvium, it looks incredible and mind-blowing. And if we look at lower cap options, there are a few recognizable ones. Hello is doing a crypto version of Shark Tank, which is a great TV show that I help produce. I find it really interesting.
All out selling Bitcoin. And Bitcoin has always been an instrument.
To note is, you have almost 1,000 13F filings for institutions.
This brings us to the next 10% in the crypto portfolio, which I would allocate to AI coins, artificial intelligence. I would include projects like BTensor, which is currently a mid-cap and seems poised for significant investment in this space. Another project not on this list, but we've discussed before, is AIT, Artificial Intelligence Data Infrastructure Protocol, the world's first AI data infrastructure protocol. Its beta version was recently launched. Lastly, the remaining 5% of my portfolio would go to DJ, gaming. Some people may attribute that to memes, but for me, if we look at any meme, we could take Dogecoin as the perfect example. As for its utility, Dogecoin can be used for payments, but very few people actually use it. Remember, investing in cryptocurrencies carries risks, and it's crucial to conduct thorough research and consider your own circumstances before making any investment decisions. I would also argue that the technology behind it is not really anything special. It doesn't do much. However, the community surrounding it is a 5 out of 5. My point in all of this is that sometimes with these meme coins or low-cap coins, all you need is a strong community. What I find more appealing is to go with these different ecosystems. Maybe the Theta ecosystem if you're optimistic about it, or perhaps a decentralized identity. Maybe it's DeFi. We've talked about this recently. You explore these ecosystems or categories where you're optimistic and try to find the low-cap coins.
ETFs, about $11 billion worth of cap.
ETH really is the settlement layer. I think a lot of the financial services industry will build on top of it because it's deemed to be the safe bet. It's like using Salesforce for your CRM and other stuff. It's like using AWS.
It is now becoming a kind of open source global standard for all these banks and asset managers to interact